y'all, welcome back. Your girl Sharice is here. Whew. Officially 30 weeks and 2 days today. I actually had an appointment with my I can't even talk. I had an appointment with my midwife today. I usually have them on Mondays, but Monday was the 4th, so the office wasn't open. And then Tuesdays my midwife doesn't work, and Wednesdays was already all booked up, so I had to make a Thursday appointment. And I was very much anticipating it because I've been waiting for these whole 2 week. This is my first 2 week appointment, so 28 weeks is when you schedule all your 2 week appointments, and then after that you go every 2 weeks until you're 36 weeks, and then you go every week. Anyways, so today everything of course went fine. Well, I'm not going to say of course went fine because everything don't always go fine for everybody, but I wasn't expecting anything out of the ordinary. I've been feeling okay other than hold on. Better. I've been feeling okay other than right after I did my 28 week video, towards the end of my 28th week, I started having sharp pains randomly when I'm on my feet a lot. I'll have them down there. Some of y'all ladies probably, if you've had children in the past, you know what this is, or you've experienced it. I looked some stuff up online, of course, because I was a little bit paranoid, so I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? So I decided to just look it up, and it seemed to be normal, but of course I did mention it to my midwife just in case, and she said it's just the uterus is getting heavy, baby's getting heavier, probably pressing on a nerve or something, or more than likely just some kind of round ligament pain. So yeah, when I'm up and around on my feet a lot, suddenly I'll get like an electrical shock in my vagina. So hey, that's new. Another thing, I actually put my notes in my phone this time because I don't always have my notebook with me, and sometimes something will happen and I'll be at work when it happens and I don't have my notebook to write it down. So officially keeping notes in the phone. Another thing, when I was doing my 28 week video, I had talked to you guys about how I had a cough that was caused by allergies. The cough is gone now, of course, but during that time, before I did that video, I had, I would go through a lot of coughing fits, and I had felt like I had pulled something in my ribs. I thought that it was fine, which it felt fine up until I think it was probably a couple days or maybe a week after I filmed my 28 week video. I woke up one morning and it felt like my ribs were broken. Like, it hurt to move certain ways, it hurt to walk, it hurt to talk, it hurt to laugh, don't cough, don't sneeze, don't nothing. Like, it was horrible. Of course, I took it. I can deal with a lot of pain. I have Crohn's disease, so pain is not anything out of the ordinary for me. It was just uncomfortable because you're already uncomfortable. And so here I am hobbling around already. And then I told my man, I was like, I feel like an old lady. And he was like, well, you don't look like an old lady. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. But I do feel like an old lady. The ribs still is in the process of healing. I still do. It kind of feels like a bruise now. Like when I touch there, it's like it just feels bruised. Also hormones. The hormones have gotten, I don't know if they've for sure gotten out of control, but I feel like they have. I've had my moments being pregnant, but this was probably like the most craziest thing. Like, it's just, okay, let me just tell y'all the story. So I got in the bathtub, right? And my man was at work, and I wasn't feeling good, the rib pain and everything, and I just was having a rough day that day. And I get out the bath and I do my usual, and I had the sunburn, which I think I mentioned that in my last video, how I gotten sunburnt. And so I was putting coconut oil all on my body, like I usually do, sunburn or not. And it was a pretty warm day that day, so like the coconut oil was like, it wasn't all the way liquid, but it was like, you know, semi-soft, not hard, but not liquidy. And somehow, of all the times that I used my coconut oil, it slid off of my bathroom counter and it landed bottom down. And because it was opened, coconut oil just splashed all up in my face, on the ceiling, on my bathroom door, on the floor. And I was in shock. I was like, I couldn't believe that it happened. And so I did the best that I could to clean it up. I couldn't get this stuff off the ceiling because I can't reach. And I wasn't about to get up on no chair to try to get it. So I got most of it off the floor, did my best to get it off the door. I was just so upset about the whole situation. Well, then my man comes home from work. And I'm laying in bed and I'm still upset about what just happened probably like 45 minutes before that. And he comes in the room and I'm just like, I'm so irritated. And he's like, why, what happened? And I'm trying to explain to him what happened and I instantly start crying. So I can't explain to him what happened because I'm crying. Then I start laughing because I'm realizing how ridiculous it is that I am crying. But I can't stop crying either. So I begin to do this laugh, cry tango. And he's trying not to laugh at me because he's probably thinking, what is wrong with her? She seemed crazy. And so, yeah, like, it was just a big old frickin' situation. And then he's like, you need to calm down. Yeah, like, it was... I'm not a crier really at all. So I think in the back of my subconscious, that's what made me laugh. Like, why am I crying about this? This is stupid. But then at the same time, like, I could not help but cry because I was so upset about the whole situation. You know, and then I went into how, and I can't even clean off the ceiling. Yeah, it was crazy. And then later on that evening when I calmed down, I explained the whole thing to him calmly and then laughed even more about it because I was like, I can't even believe that I was crying over that. Like, that is ridiculous. Also, right before I was 30 weeks, which I've been 30 weeks I'm 30 weeks and 2 days. So, it was probably like, was it Monday? It might have been Monday. I think it was no, it was Sunday. Sunday morning I woke up and my right hip was hurting. And I was like, the heck? Why is my hip hurting? So I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like trying to stretch and I'm trying to do like these yoga stretches and stuff. And I'm trying to stretch out this hip pain and it was like not letting up. Like my hip was literally hurting for like the whole rest of that day. I believe it was hurting actually until I think Monday evening. Not exactly sure what that was about. Maybe it was something to do with like the hips trying to spread more. I don't know. But it was only the right hip. And yeah, it was another one of those situations where I was like, you know, I feel like my body's falling apart. Your body like basically falls apart. So, also my tummy over the past couple days, I feel like my tummy is just heavy. Like rolling around in the bed, it's like, ugh, ugh, ugh. Like the stomach just feels heavy. And I'm like, geez Louise. And on top of all that, my daughter has perfected rib kicking. You sit there and, you know, she's just a bow, 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 bow. I mean, I don't even know if it's kicks. It could be hits. It could be her hands. I don't know because I don't know how she's positioned. But I know sometimes I can literally feel her whole back in certain spots, or I can feel her butt. You know, I can feel her elbow. Depends on where she's at in there. I just say kicking because, hey, how am I supposed to know what exactly she's doing in there? So, could be kicks, could not be kicks. I don't know. Heartburn has become basically a daily thing. It went from off and on to now daily. It seems like as soon as the day goes by, once I'm comfortable and I'm ready to lay down, that's when it kicks in. And my midwife had told me that it's because of the fact that once I'm laying down, like once you're laying, it just festers up. So I'm going to start taking Tums before I lay down. That way I don't have to deal with the issue later on. That way it's just out of the way. like I've said before, I think I've said in videos before, like, I don't hate being pregnant, but I also, you know, it's definitely rough. Like, I can honestly say that having Crohn's and dealing with flares with Crohn's and situations like that is much rougher. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, I'm to the point where I'm ready for her to be here. I'm ready to be tired and dealing with her, other than tired just because I'm tired because she in me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, the fatigue has also gotten much worse. Like, before, yeah, it was bad, but now it's even worse. Like, I feel like I'm having trouble getting up in the morning for work, which that's not usual for me. For me, I'm up before my alarm goes off because I'm just up. Like, that's just how I am. But that's become a totally different situation now. So, also, my midwife spoke to me today about my birth plan, and I explained to her how, you know, a water birth is my birth plan. I'm also open to other options. Like, if I get in that tub and I decide I don't want to do it in the tub, I want to get out the tub, you know. So she said that we will sign the consent at 36 weeks for the water birth, and I'm more than welcome to change my mind during the process. Laboring process is my decision, so what I decide is what I decide. So we'll see what happens. And I will more than likely be doing another video in 2 more weeks. See if anything new has popped up. I have been planning other videos other than just pregnancy videos, but I've also been so tired that I ain't been doing it. I'm just saying, sorry y'all, just saying. You know, when you sleepy, you sleepy. You just don't want to do nothing. And let me tell you what, the bigger you get when you're pregnant, the harder it is to get things done, the less you want to do certain things. So, yeah. For those of you that are watching, thank you for watching. For those of you that have, you know, that are watching, that are new to watching any of my videos, please like and subscribe. Your girl Sharice is out on this one.